Hi, welcome back to the Price Action Analyst YouTube channel. Also on Twitter at Price Analyst. Just taking another look at ZIL. I just did a video on Cardano, again, which is broken out. And then just having a look at ZIL to see what's going on here. So it's for those of you that haven't seen the first video, this is an uptrend, very strong consolidation, and we're looking for buying. We're looking for substantial buying pressure in areas like that. Yeah, around this area. So that there you have it there. So that's buying, substantial buying pressure. Now it's retraced. Look at the retracement strength. It's nowhere near as substantial as the buying. And then you've had 3 days and you had another small buying bar, but it's closed higher than the previous one. So and again, your ideal entry was here, exactly where you got the strength off, because this was air from this candle here. If you looked at the bars like I just did, this was air. So we're looking for buying support off that. We got it. This is like a mini retracement. Now you've got strength again. So especially given the fact that we're holding cryptos, longer term, this is not super short term trading, which means, you can afford to hold. If it retraces again and washes this pivot again, like chances are it'll wash that pivot and show strength again. But your downside risk is kind of around here. I don't think it's going to do that. I think you're going to see a breakout before it gets down here. I could be wrong, but if price starts to push further up tomorrow, then the probability of that goes up. So if we go into the hourly bars, that was a substantial buying strength day on the 27th. So just to double check. So that is the 28th, 27th, 28th. So we know we're looking at the same thing. If you go down to the hourly, this was your buying bar. So now you're looking at the retracement. And before I talk about that, let's delete that. So strength and price is retracing. Weakness, strength is stronger, weakness, less strength, stronger weakness, although it's not as steep. And then strength. And where is the strength? It's roughly 50% of the up move. Strength, weakness, more strength. Really sort of weakness, and strength again. So that looks to me like it wants to push now. So this would have been better if it had washed. If this was below the purple line, if it had washed this pivot and left this wick, I'd be even more sure. But that looks pretty good. I would, again, given the time frames that you're likely to be holding crypto, I would buy it here. Especially, the next bar. So this bar here, if it opens like here or above and paints in another one of those, it's going. So I would say a break of this high here is your entry signal to go long. So, if you're long and it rolls over again, that's probably worst case scenario, but I don't see it here. I see, look at the last leg of weakness. Tried to go down, it's being bought up, tried to go down, bought up immediately. So price is going to push, I think, high probability. so that's ZIL. And again, I don't own ZIL, and I should. And if I was gonna own ZIL, I'd own it right now. I just I got into Cardano. I swapped out of I had a look at all my holdings, and the ones that weren't performing, there was only one that I didn't like. It was SMT, and I swapped that for Cardano. I would have swapped it for ZIL, but ZIL is not on Exodus. ZIL, I forget how to get ZIL, but you have to go outside. If anyone wants to just comment too on the easiest way to get ZIL, that would be good, just so people know. But in terms of where we're projecting this to go, I like ZIL over Cardano just because ZIL, if you project the price of ZIL, it's the return's going to be higher than Cardano, assuming they get to, you know, when you do this projection on Cardano, it's where there's weakness, you know, historical previous highs where there's going to be weakness again, most likely. And I think as a return proposition, that return was a lot lower on Cardano than it is on ZIL. So for ZIL, you know, we're at 11,331, and the projected highs is around 24. So yeah, that's over double. So, you know, if it does what we're projecting it to do, you've doubled your money. So I should be in ZIL. I just, in order to get into ZIL, I would have to refund my account, which takes a while. So just looking at that projected high, yeah. So, you know, here's the next level of resistance at this low, and it's pretty close to the projection. So there's every chance you see it get up here relatively soon. And the other thing is, if you consider this one leg, it was very strong. It's like one of the strongest I've seen. So, yeah, ZIL's looking really good. ZIL's looking good. Not sure what else to say about that. So we'll wait and see. The Cardano chart, watch the video if you haven't. That turned out pretty good. The day after I did the video, that kind of pushed out of it pushed into another leg up. And again, the warning is, when this pushes, it's not subtle about it. So, you know, if you don't get in early, you're gonna, you know, on Cardano, if you didn't get in early, now you're getting in kind of halfway up here, you know. So if you wait for the push, it shaves a lot off the return, because it's gonna, they're very aggressive when they break. What else can I tell you? This volume, that volume decline on the retrace is very positive too. Increased volume, decrease on the retrace. So I mean, everything about that chart looks good. So anyways, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on it. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'm on Twitter @PriceAnalyst. Thanks for watching.